Vi går vidare. Nawal Salam, please.
I would like to thank the organizer of this meeting. This is a very important occasion for us to highlight the extreme violation of human and democratic rights by the occupied states of Pakistan and Iran. This is a significant event since we are gathered here in Stockholm, the capital city of a nation that prides herself for the respect to human rights, liberty, social and economic justice. These are exactly the same values that our Baloch nation has been striving ever since our homeland was illegally occupied by British Imperial Army in 1839. For many decades, Swedish people fought for the same rights and values, but now these rights are a part of social, political, legal, cultural norms, the fabric of your society. For us, we are even forbidden to use our own language in our homeland. It is worth mentioning that our language is one of the oldest languages in the region. An additional irony is currently more academic work and research is going on Balochi language. It is in progress in Sweden than in Balochistan. In past, empires conquered and subjugated other nations at will. This was accepted political norm at that time. The might was right. Subjugation of another nation was regarded as an expression of power and prestige. This is the situation that we Baloch are facing in this century. No doubt there are still many other nations that suffer from subjugation, but not to the same unimaginable degree of atrocity, exploitation, destruction that we presently are encountering in Balochistan. We are a distinctive ancient nation in the same way as the Swedish nation is. We have distinctive history, land, language, culture, moral and social codes and values. We are a sovereign, independent state. Our population is now probably twice as many as the Swedish population. The British Empire invaded our homeland in 1839 using their repressive instrument of divide and rule. They divided our homeland in three parts. We have been resisting occupation and subjugation relentlessly with our limited means and abilities. We pushed out the Persian rulers from western occupied Balochistan by the dawn of First World War, but being reoccupied once again by the Persian dictator Raza Khan Mir Panj in 1928. We regained our independence in eastern Balochistan from the British Empire in August 1947, but our sovereign state was illegally occupied by the newly created artificial jihadist state of Pakistan in March 1948. Current artificial borders in Balochistan are the legacy of British colonial policies. Baloch people had no say in the matter at all. In the eyes of Baloch people, these colonial borders have no legal moral legitimacy. For that reason, we have never stopped struggling for our legitimate and democratic rights. The Baloch nation, like any other nation, is entitled to be free from illegal occupation. We, the Baloch, like any other nation, such as the Swedish people, should be entitled to establish a democratic state and society where the universal values of liberty, democracy, justice, rule of law, peace and prosperity can be implemented. We Baloch are secular, freedom-loving people in the region that is plagued by fanaticism of Islamic Shia of Iran, the jihadist extremism of Pakistan, and its proxies, the Taliban. We are a small island of secular people that resisted these mindless epidemic religious misadventures. Moreover, we are among the first victims of this destructive curse. When the worst sided and assisted these forces of darkness, we warned them about the consequences of their actions. Our people, however, have been the first victims of these repressive regimes and their religious associates. only demand from all fair-minded and decent people in general and Swedish people in particular are to recognize our struggle for our legitimate, natural, democratic and moral rights and assist us to regain our independence. We want the same rights as you find fit for your society and people. That is how to have our own sovereign country and decide about our own future. Restoration and implementation of these rights are not just serving the Baloch national interest, but they serve the international interest of all humanity. The most effective way to respect human rights and democracy and to bring stability, security, peace and rule of law in the region would be by ending colonization and illegal occupation of Balochistan and allowing the people, Baloch people, democratically to determine their own affairs and destiny. We Baloch are a tolerant, secular nation. That's why an independent Balochistan will be the natural ally of international secular and democratic nations. It is high time for the international democratic powers to support Baloch in their just struggle for national liberation. We hope the Swedish government and Swedish people will morally help our struggle and raise their voice against the ongoing human rights violation in occupied Balochistan. I thank you all for attending this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much.